Hello and welcome back to the Grand Knight. Anyways, so today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a review on the Assassin's Creed Hidden Ones DLC. But before we start, it'd be much appreciated if you hit that like button and subscribed and turn on the notifications so that you could be alerted about every video that comes out. Anyways, let's get into it. Alright, so the expansion includes a lot of new unique weapons, which are extremely enjoyable to use. Like, there's that one bow. Very, very descriptive, I know. There's one bow that you're able to shoot, obviously. It's a hunter bow where it puts your enemies to sleep. You can see that in some of the gameplay that I'll be posting later today. It expands the level cap to 45. Although it's not extremely massive, there are 3 new locations and sea, which is very enjoyable. There's 3 new Phylakitai bosses, and there's a lot of outfits and a lot of weapons, like I had already said. There are no new abilities, but I mean, that doesn't really affect the gameplay much, because it's just the absence of new abilities, which isn't that bad for what you're getting. It has a very enjoyable storyline. I'll be talking about this storyline later on. So it also comes with a lot of upgrades for your current gear. So for example, your braces and your quiver. So the upgrades it takes a lot of resources. You could see I made a video about that earlier today, telling you everything that you need to upgrade everything. I'll leave a little icon up in the top right corner so you could click on that now and come back to this video later for the rest of the review. The characters are very memorable. And although the story's short, you kind of grow a connection to them. It's very enjoyable. The plot was very well thought out. Little spoiler warning. I really grew a connection to it. It was very enjoyable. I already said spoiler warning, so leave if you don't want to be spoiled about the ending of the DLC. It's a huge plot twist when you find out that the guy who's in the gameplay right now, the guy with the little Arab head thing, it's like crazy when you find out that he was killing villagers so he could recruit more people. And at the end, they even tell you about one of the things. They talk about one of the rules of the assassins, which is really interesting because it gives a backstory on that, so you know that there may be more explanation for the rest of them later on. Although it's not as big as the main game, like I said before. It's very condensed, which to my personal preference was very enjoyable. Everything was kind of close together. It wasn't like a big spread out thing, but I liked it because there was just more stuff that you could go and do, more things to like follow around. There were a lot of side quests. They made it really easy for you to level up, and it was just overall very enjoyable to play. There were minimal bugs, but I did come across one of them while I was actually playing the exact main story mission you're watching right now, where I couldn't continue because one of the things, like, just the puzzle wasn't working. So yeah, but then I just refreshed it and it worked again. But that is something to take into account. There are bugs. In my opinion, the $10 for the DLC is completely worth it, and if anything, undervalued for what you get. I mean, we're talking about an expansion, so I mean, it's pretty good. It's amazing. I'm not gonna lie. It has a main story. There's tons of new weapons. There's tons of new outfits. There's minimal bugs, which we all know Assassin's Creed got a little bit of an issue with that. I'm not saying Origins. Origins was really good when it came out, but I mean in general that Ubisoft doesn't have a good rap for for new releases and recent like put-outs. Yeah, no, overall it's an amazing game. If I had to give it a rating, I mean, it's an amazing DLC. If I had to give it a rating, there'd probably be like a 9.7. The reason why I don't give it a full 10 out of 10 is simply for the reason that although there are minimal bugs, there are definitely still some bugs, and it could really affect your enjoyment of the story, and it could really it breaks your immersive feeling. It kind of just ruins it, if you know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, no, other than that, it's an amazing game. There were puzzles, there were new characters, like new targets. Every time you killed this is spoilers. All right. So every time you killed a new Order of the Ancients, they would do this really creepy thing where they're like, the Order is eternal, and it was just amazing. It was very well done. I give it a 9.7 out of 10. It was magnificento. I like how they made it about the quarry. So there's slaves, there's abusive Romans, there's new pyramids. You know, that's a big thing. There's a new ocean. There's the Red Sea in this one, and overall, it's just magnificento. That's it. So 9 out of 7. I mean 9.7 out of 10. If you haven't already, please hit that like button and hit subscribe so you could be and turn on notifications so you could be alerted every time I post a new video. So goodbye. I'm gonna let it run. I'm gonna let some gameplay run for another 4 minutes. So this is one of the top suggested. You can't blame me, man. It's the algorithm. It's the algorithm. It's what happens. You know, it's just I can't control the algorithm. If I could, I would. You know, this is a 6-minute video, but I gotta show you guys gameplay for another 4 minutes. I'm sorry. All right. Goodbye. You could leave now. All right. You're set free. Goodbye.